Breaking news, guys. Seems like just 2 hours ago. I'm gonna say it in a different way, obviously, to keep this video monetized on YouTube. It seems like Jake Gardner will be voting by mail this year. Um, for those of you that don't know, Jay Gardner was in an altercation in Omaha. He's a bar owner, and during a peaceful protest, it seems like he had a verbal altercation again with a couple of BLM protesters. And from the video, the protester had tackled him after Jake fired a warning shot, if I recall correctly. And then afterwards, obviously, Jake shot him, killing him. The guy who died, I think, is his last name is Skurlak. I forgot the first name. And they were originally not even going to charge Jake, uh, judging solely by the video again. And apparently, after the family of Skurlak petitioned for a grand jury, the grand jury decided to indict Jay Gardner. Judging by his social media posts, it seems like it. Video footage from his bar and from several other things. I think messages on his phone or something like that. I honestly didn't get a chance to look at those evidence. I don't know if they are even publicly available because every story I've been reading, um, uh, every article, sorry, I've been reading on the story didn't mention any of the other evidence other than the video. But obviously, if Jake offed himself, he probably didn't see a way out, so the evidence were probably overwhelmingly against him, or maybe it's a combination of the hate online and probably all the death threats he got after the case, and then they decided to indict him on this case, which would have cost him a lot of money. It probably ruined his business anyway. Nobody would want to patronize a bar where this thing happened just to boycott him. So his life was ruined by these protests. The question now is really who is to blame, the protest or him himself? We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait for all the evidence. Let's read the story and then talk about it for a little bit. So let's see. Omaha, Nebraska, Jay Gardner, accused of manslaughter for the shooting death of James Skurlak this summer, has died by offing himself, according to Gardner's attorney, Stu Dornan. A warrant for Gardner's arrest was issued after a grand jury indicted him for manslaughter and other charges related to the death of James Skurlak. Gardner did not turn himself in after the warrant was issued. So honestly, I can see why he went this way compared to the other cases that have sprung up the past few months, because in this case he will have to prove self-defense compared to other cases where they try to charge them with um, what's the word I'm looking for? They're trying to charge them with a more harsh accusation, I guess, not manslaughter, first degree murder, or second degree murder, which are harder to prosecute when I think there's no intent or premeditation, which is the case for Derek Chauvin, who is the cop in the George Floyd case. And a lot of people think that this case will they will lose it. I think the judge almost threw it out last week, and the charge seems way too harsh for what may be manslaughter. And in this case, they did went with manslaughter and not over the top, which makes it a more reliable case to build. Gardner was in Oregon. He was supposed to turn himself in today. Gardner, 38, was also facing charges of attempted first-degree assault, threats, and using weapon while committing a felony. Dornan held a press conference beginning at 6 p.m. at the Paxton Hotel. Yeah, so that's pretty much what we have right now. It's breaking news. It's been last updated 52 minutes ago. Let's see if we refresh it, if there's any new facts. So no, nothing yet. Yeah, so like I said very poorly at the beginning, this case seems a little stronger than the other cases where they overcharged them with first or second degree murder instead of manslaughter, which is an easier charge to pull if it's not a self-defense case. And they went the other way with Derek Chauvin in the George Floyd case and decided to charge him, I think, with first degree murder, which probably isn't going to fly judging by the video evidence they have of what happened. And in Jake's case, the grand jury decided that there's enough evidence to indict him, which probably didn't mean well for him. Uh, Again, I have yet to see the evidence, but if this thing happened, he truly believed there's no other way out. Or maybe it's the harassment again online, the death threats, and all the other things he probably gotten after this case. Or maybe a combination of both. We really can't tell. It's, like I said, breaking news. We'll have to wait for more information to come out. But honestly, it's very, very sad. Again, until the facts clear out, Jay Gardner seems to me like a self-defense case. Um, didn't seem like he had to die or he deserved it in some kind of moral way. I don't think he did anything wrong when the guy tackled him for his gun. He probably instigated a little bit, which is why the grand jury indicted him, which is pretty bad depending on the current state, depending on the state the case takes place. Um, but still, I don't know. It's pretty stupid to go after a guy who's holding a gun. We saw it in Jay Gardner's case. We saw it in the Kyle Rittenhouse case. Just don't try to tackle a guy who has a gun, especially if he's not actively pointing it at you and trying or threatening you. Just walk away. The best thing, the best self-defense tactic against a weapon, and that's coming from a martial art instructor. Um, Run away, walk away, diffuse the situation, de-escalate. That's the best choice you can make, because now you have two dead people after this peaceful protest, where it should have been none at all. The first mistake was probably Jake instigating it, judging again by the posts and other evidence that I have not seen yet, and the other mistake of James Skurlock for going after a guy who's clearly holding a gun, thinking you can't be shot. So yeah, we just need to tone it down. Things are getting a little bit crazy, even though it's a relatively old case to the other things that been going on lately. The shooting, I think it was in Rochester, in, where a guy walked into a bar wearing a Breonna Taylor shirt and just randomly shot three guys or three people, and seemingly at random, which is what the mainstream media would say, because the guy had a pro BLM shirt on him, which gives it a little bit of political angle. Not forgetting also the case where they shot two cops point blank in Compton. Things are getting crazy in the US right now, and people really need to tone it down, especially all the politicians like AOC who are saying this is the moment to get radicalized, and blue check marks all over Twitter are calling for rioting and violence, because it seems like Trump is going to claim a new he's gonna fill in the SCOTUS seat ASAP before the election in case he will lose, so they can get the 7 to what is it? Is it 7? No, it's 6-3. Sorry, majority, which is huge. It means it can turn over Roe v. Wade and a lot of other non-conservative policies. It would definitely bolster Second Amendment rights and again other conservative policies. So it's gonna be a couple of interesting months before this election. So we'll have to wait and see, I guess. I don't want to go on another rants. Breaking news: Jake Gardner will be voting by mail this year. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Thank you guys for the support lately. It's been amazing. Again, I can't say it enough. I'll say it every single video. The channel is slowly growing. It's becoming more and more viable for me to make these videos for you. So I'll try to make them every day, as much of them as I can, but not to spam you guys. So thank you guys again. I'll see you in the next video.